Right. Good morning, students. Are you able to hear me? Are you able to hear
Yes,
me?
ma'am.
Right. So, are you able to see the screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Right. So, today we are going to discuss about the another method. Okay. So, this method is named as stability chart method. Okay. So, we'll be analyzing the stability of finite slopes by using this method. Okay. So Taylor, the scientist Taylor has given the charts, two types of charts. With help of that, okay, we'll calculate factor of safety or the stability number. Okay. In that way, we will be analyzing the stability analysis of a finite slope. Okay. So the stability number, see how the representation is given. Stability S, okay, and the number N, okay. So with help of that, the representation is given Sn, okay. And formula for stability number is Cm by gamma into H, okay. So what is Sn here? What is Sn?
Stability number.
Stability number. What is Cm? What is Cm? C subscript M. Tell me, what is C? What is C in the geotechnical engineering or foundation engineering? C is the representation for what? Tell me, C is the representation of what?
Cohesion.
Cohesion, right? So she is the cohesion of the soil. It is the property of soil.
As per Satvik.
Right. So what is Cm? C is the cohesion. What is Cm? We discussed it already in the beginning of the second unit. What is Cm? Yes.
Mobility cohesion.
Yes, mobilized cohesion, right? So mobilized cohesion means it is the
As per
cohesion,
Satvik.
right? Mobilized cohesion means it is the cohesion which is there at the slip surface, okay? Cohesion which is available at the slip surface, Cm. What is gamma? Gamma is the representation for what? Tell me, what is the gamma?
Unit weight.
Unit weight of soil. What is H? What does H represents?
Height of the soil.
Height of the slope, okay?
Slope also.
Right. So see, this is very important formula. So there are chances to ask a problem also on this stability chart method. Okay. So you may ask derivation for Bishop simplified method like that. But if they want to ask a problem from the second unit means they'll ask the problem on stability chart method. Okay. So it is very simple formula, but important formula. Okay. Stability number Sn is equal to Cm by gamma into H. Okay. Cm is the mobilized cohesion, gamma is the unit weight of soil, H is the height of the soil. See, all these are properties. Okay. So I will be given with these properties. Okay. So from the charts, okay, we said Taylor has given charts, right? So from the charts, we'll be getting the Sn value. Okay. So inverse of Sn is called as stability factor. Stability factor is equal to 1 by Sn. Okay. So try to write the units for Sn now. So try to write the units. What is the unit for Cm, mobilized cohesion? What is the unit? What is the unit for cohesion? Yes. So stability number is the dimensionless quantity. Okay. So you can write units for each term. So we'll be cancelling the terms. Okay. The stability number is the dimensionless quantity. It is a number. So obviously there won't be any units. Okay. Right. So Taylor determined Sn values by using friction circle method. So he has taken the help of friction circle method. We discussed what is friction circle method. Okay. So the Taylor, the scientist, has given two types of charts and also two types of tables for the values of Sn. Okay. So we'll see the charts now. Okay. So this method, the Taylor stability member, is applicable only for homogeneous finite slopes, not for infinite soils. Okay, infinite slopes. It is limited to finite slopes. Okay, charts are prepared with the to calculate or to get the value of stability number. If you know angle I, slope angle, and angle of internal friction phi, then we can get the stability number from the charts. Okay. Right. So are you able to see the graph here, students? Yes or no? Are you able to see the graph? Right. So
Yes,
what is there on the x-axis?
slope angle I.
Slope angle I, inclination angle or slope angle. So it is the angle made by the slope. Okay. So what is there on the y-axis? What is there on the y-axis?
Stability number.
Stability number. And what is that? You also need to know phi value or phi m value. If we have given with the slope angle I and phi value, you will be getting the stability number value from this graph. Okay. So it is a chart given by the Taylor. Okay. So tell me one thing. If slope angle is 50 degrees, okay, slope angle is 50 degrees and phi m value is 20 degrees. What is the stability number? I is 50, phi m is 20. What is the stability number?
0.05.
0.05 or more than that. 20 is here, right? So 20 is here. It is more than that. It will lie in between 0.05 and 0.10, right? It is like 0.07, something like that, right?
0.7.
Right, 0.07. Okay. So if, for example, see, we discussed different types of toe failures, right? So we discussed rotational failure, right? So in that rotational failure, there were three subtypes, if you can remember: base failure, toe failure, slope failure. Okay. So for the smaller values of I, okay, for the smaller values of I means from 0 to 53 degrees. Okay. Remember this range. For the smaller value of I values are less than 53 degrees, less than or equal to 53 degrees. How the failure is? It is below the toe. Okay. If the I values are more than 53 degrees, then the failure surface is passing through the toe. It is below the toe. This portion is below the toe, and this portion is passing through the toe. So we have seen what is meant by toe and what is base failure, what is toe failure. How does it look like? We have seen already. Okay, you can revise once. Okay, for the smaller values of I, there will be base failure. And for the values of I greater than 53 degrees, then the toe failure will be happening. Okay, so this is what you need to understand from the chart. From the first chart. Okay, there is one more chart. Okay. So have you understood the graph? Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Right. So have you understood what is the value that you need to get from the chart? Yes? What we can get from the chart? What is the value?
Gamma M. Sorry, phi M.
See,
Slope, madam.
tell me if anything else is there. Okay. See, the unknown thing is Sn here. We'll be getting Sn value. Okay. So if you have given with the I value, if you have given with the phi value, then we can understand or we can calculate Sn from the graph. Okay.
Number.
It's not the I, it's not the phi. Okay. Sn will get from the graph. These are properties of soil. These are constants. Okay. So the variable thing here is Sn. So we'll be getting Sn from the graph. Okay. Right. So are you able to see the table here? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Right.
Yes, madam.
So if you see the table here, so 5 values are there. 0 degrees, 5 degrees, 10 degrees, 15 degrees. These are friction resistance values or angle of friction values. And here if you see 90 degrees, 75 degrees, all these are slope angle. Okay. These are slope angle values. Okay. And what is this 0.261? What is this number is called as? Yes?
Stability number.
Stability number. Okay. So either from the chart we can get Sn value or from the table we can get the Sn value. Okay. Both are same. Okay. Both are giving same output. Right. So if you are given with phi value to be 20 degrees and the slope angle is 45 degrees. Okay. So phi value is 20 degrees. I value is 45 degrees. Can you tell me what is Sn? S from the table?
Okay.
Phi value is 20 degrees. I value is
0.062.
0.062. Okay. So this is how
Okay.
we get stability number value from the tables or from the chart. Okay.
గుర్తుపెట్టుకోవాలా మేడం
అవసరం లేదు. So in the problem they'll give you one value.
డైరెక్ట్ వాల్యూ ఇచ్చేస్తారా మేడం
Otherwise you need to calculate Sn. You'll be given the values like this. Okay. So you'll be given with the Cm value.
కావాలంటే చార్ట్
See.
వాల్యూస్ ఇస్తాడా
వాల్యూస్ ఇస్తారు. ఇవన్నీ అన్నౌన్స్ కదా, ఇవన్నీ ఇచ్చేస్తాడు మీకు, మీరు ఎస్ఎన్ కనుక్కోవాలి. లేదు అంటే ఎస్ఎన్ వాల్యూ ఇస్తాడు, యూనిట్ టు ఫైండ్ అవుట్ ఎఫ్సి. ఓకేనా? అండర్స్టూడ్? ఒకసారి ఎస్, ఒకసారి ఎస్ఎన్ అన్నోన్ ఉంటుంది, ఒకసారి ఫ్యాక్టర్ ఆఫ్ సేఫ్టీ అన్నోన్ ఉంటుంది. ఏదైనా అడగొచ్చు మీకు క్వశ్చన్. ఫ్యాక్టర్ ఆఫ్ సేఫ్టీ అన్న కనుక్కోమనొచ్చు, స్టెబిలిటీ నెంబర్ అయినా ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేయమని అడగొచ్చు క్వశ్చన్ లో. ఓకే. So this is about the first chart and the first table. Okay. So ఇక్కడ ఏమైందండి, if you have known the values of I and phi, you can get Sn. Okay. This is the point here. Okay. From the first graph or the first chart. Okay. We'll discuss the second chart also. Before that, we'll discuss the uses of stability chart. Okay. So by using stability chart, we are able to calculate what? The stability number, right? And if you know the stability number, we can calculate factor of safety. So what is FC? FC is the notation for S?
Factor of safety.
Factor of safety with respect to what? C represents what?
Cohesion.
Cohesion, right? So it is a factor of safety with respect to cohesion. We can calculate from the stability chart method. This is one way. Okay. So from the graph or the table, you can get the value of Sn. And if you substitute all these values in the formula, you can calculate factor of safety with respect to cohesion. This is one use with the help of stability charts. Okay. and there is another use. Okay, so this is where you will be calculating only stability number. Okay, so here you might be assumed the factor of safety value. Okay, you can assume factor of safety value and you can substitute all these values in the formula. So you can calculate stability number. This is another way. Okay. And here is the second chart, which is given by Taylor again. Okay. So what is there on the x-axis here? What is there on the x-axis? Is anyone? Is anyone in the class? What is there on the x-axis? Are you able to see the graph? Are you able to see the chart?
DF.
DEF, right? And what is there on the y-axis?
Stability number.
Stability number, right? So what is there on the graph lines? What is there on the curve? I value. What is I?
Slope or inclination.
Slope or inclination angle, right? So have you got the difference between the two charts? Okay. So in the previous graph, what was there on the x-axis? In the previous graph?
Slope.
Slope
angle.
was there, right? So what was there on the curved lines?
Phi m.
Phi m value was there, right? So I think you got the difference, right? So here, if you have known with the DF value and if you have known with the I value, then you can calculate SN here. You can get SN from this chart. Okay. Depth factor. There is one more parameter appeared here, that is depth factor. And this chart is mostly useful for the slopes which are having steep slopes. Okay. For steep slopes, this is suitable thing. Okay. So here there is one more table, and one is steep slope and another one is it is soil condition. So what it is said, this chart or this table is suitable for which type of soils? Can you see? Are you able to see the title?
Yes, ma'am. Cohesive soils.
For pure cohesive soils are the frictionless soils. Okay. So whatever the soils are having phi value to be 0, such soils. Okay. For such soils, this table is suitable. Okay. These SN values are suitable. Okay. So see, the meaning is same almost. Okay. Pure cohesive soil. Okay. Or frictionless soil. Okay. All these comes similar meaning. Examples. What are the examples for frictionless soils? I said you in the last class. I said you to remember
Sand.
also. Which sand? Sand is cohesionless soil. If you say only sand, it is cohesionless.
Clay.
If you say clay, it is cohesive soil. I want frictionless, not cohesionless.
Loose sand.
Cohesionless. Phi value to be 0. I said already.
Loose sand, ma'am.
Not loose sand. We can say unsaturated.
sand.
See, unsaturated clay or saturated silt. Okay. Saturated silt or unsaturated sand are examples for the frictionless soils. Okay. So, right. So try to remember these examples. Don't forget. So I know very well that you can answer for cohesionless soils. Okay. But you will be forgetting these examples for frictionless soils. Otherwise, you can just simply remember this thing. Okay. Pure cohesive soil. Okay. Pure cohesive soil. Right. Pure cohesive soil means what? So it is having more cohesion. Okay, more cohesion. So if there is more cohesion, it means phi value is small or negligible. Okay, in that way you can remember. Okay, right. So what is there in this table? So here DF values are given 1, 1.52 like this DF value till infinity. Okay. And I values are there. What are these 0.181, 0.164? What are these numbers? What are these numbers? What are these numbers? Yes?
Stability numbers.
Stability numbers.
Stability numbers, right? So I'll ask you one question. If your depth factor is 2, okay, if your depth factor is 2 and your inclination angle 15 degrees, what is stability number?
0.150.
0.150, right? So one more observation you need to make here, that I values are below 53 degrees. Okay, I values are below 53 degrees, whereas the previous table there was no limit like this. Okay, there was no limit. Okay, so there was no limit. I value was till 90 degrees. Okay, right? So this is the difference between two tables. Okay, this is only applicable for 5 values to be 0. For such soils, this table is applicable. Okay, and I value is smaller than 53 degrees. Okay, right. So what is depth factor? So it is a ratio. Right. So what is the formula for depth factor now? Depth factor is equal to depth of hard stratum by height of slope. Okay. So, right. So students, I hope you understood the two tables, two charts. Okay. Any doubt in that? Students, any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Right. So try to solve this problem. Solve this problem on the stability charts. Yes. Are you able to see the problem? Yes. Bellankonda Srinivas, can you read out the problem? Are you there in the class? Bellankonda Srinivas.
Yes, ma'am.
Right. Read out the problem once.
A slope is to be considered at an angle 30 degrees of the horizontal from a soil having properties say 15 and by 22.5 degrees, unit weight 19 kilograms. And the Taylor stability number is 0.046. If a factor of safety of 1.5 with respect to cohesion is required, then safe height of slope will be options is given.
Right. So what is that you need to calculate, Srinivas here? What is unknown for you? What is unknown?
Cohesion.
Cohesion. Cohesion, huh?
Tell Bellamkonda, tell.
I know whom to ask. Okay. So what is unknown here? Srinivas, what is that you need to calculate? C is given in the problem. C is the known thing. Anyone? Raghavendra, can you tell me? Raghavendra, are you there in the class?
11.5.
It's okay. What is that you need to calculate here? What is unknown? Huh?
Height, madam.
Height.
Safe height.
Slope of height.
H.
Safe height of the slope.
Right, right. H you need to calculate, right?
Yeah.
So what is the formula? Can you tell me the formula, Raghavendra?
Sn is equals to C by F
C
gamma
by
H.
C by FC into gamma H, right? So you have given gamma value, you have given FC value, you have given C value, and only
value.
unknown thing is Sn is also given, only unknown is H there, okay? So like these problems will be given on the stability charts, right? So option is D, 11.5 meters is the correct answer, okay? Right? 11.5 meter is the correct answer. Okay. Right. So this was the question which is asked in the competitive exams. Right. So we'll move to the next topic. Okay. So stability analysis under different conditions. Okay. Stability analysis of slopes under different conditions. Okay. So the first condition is under steady seepage condition. Okay. So we'll be calculating the slope stability or factor of safety for different conditions in the soil. Okay. So the first condition that we are taking is steady seepage. Okay. Steady seepage. Right. So students, what is this diagram? What is this diagram? Is what is the name of the diagram? Yes. You need to answer.
Steady seepage condition.
Ah. Steady seepage condition, correct. But what is the name of the diagram? What is this diagram is called as?
Potential.
So if you can remember from the geotechnical engineering second unit, you can answer this. What is this diagram is named as?
Seepage, ma'am.
Seepage is a condition in the soil. What is that I am asking? I am asking for name of the diagram. Tell me. Tell me.
Wait, madam. గుర్తు రావట్లేదు.
So this diagram was shown and discussed for one class. 1 hour was spent for this diagram in a geotechnical engineering subject.
ఎగ్జామ్ లో క్వశ్చన్ కూడా వచ్చింది.
ఎగ్జామ్ లో క్వశ్చన్ కూడా వచ్చింది. ఎస్, ఎక్స్టర్నల్ ఎగ్జామ్ లో. కానీ డయాగ్రామ్ నేమే గుర్తు రావట్లేదు, ఇంకా కాన్సెప్ట్ ఏం గుర్తుంటది? Right? So this is the flow net diagram. Okay. This diagram is called as flow net diagram. Okay. So from this flow net diagram, we can calculate different parameters like pore water pressure or uplift pressure. Okay. Or hydraulic gradient. Okay. Like these 3 to 4 parameters can be calculated from this diagram. Okay. So, but our focus is only about pore water pressure. Okay. So what is pore water pressure? Can anyone tell me? Can anyone tell me what is pore water pressure? Yes.
The pressure due to water.
The pressure that is exerted by the water in the soil, right?
Soil.
So what is the representation for pore water pressure?
U.
U, right? So here you can see in the formula U, right? So in the steady seepage condition, we can calculate the factor of safety with the help of this formula. Okay, with the help of this formula. Okay, see, so what is that happening actually in the steady seepage condition? Okay, So how the factor of safety or how the pore water pressure varies from condition 1 to condition 2, that also we'll discuss now. Okay, that is our main thing. That is the concept here. Okay, so this is the formula. Okay, so but the pore water pressure values vary from condition to condition. Okay, so formula is same for factor of safety, but U value varies. Okay, from the condition 1 to condition 2. Okay, that is the thing here. Okay, so what is steady seepage condition? Okay, see here, upstream is there. Okay, upstream is there, downstream is there. So because of this head difference, okay, head difference is 6 meters. Because of this head difference, there is flow in the soil. Okay, there is flow in the soil because of the head difference. So here is the dam. Okay, so here is the dam, here is the upstream, and here is the downstream. Okay, right? So whenever the reservoir is full, or whenever the upstream side is full with the water, or whenever it is reaching its higher level, full reservoir condition, then there will be starting of seepage. There will be flow of water through the soil, right? So whenever there is a seepage in the soil at some particular time, or after some time, it will reach the static condition, right? So that, which means there is no head difference further. Okay, so that condition is called as steady seepage condition, no head difference. Okay, so in that condition, what is happening? The water is flowing, or water is seeping through the soil. So because of this water, what will happen? The pore water pressure will exist. Okay, the pore water pressure will come into the picture because of the seepage of water, right? And this pore water pressure, okay, will show effect on stability of a slope, stability of a soil otherwise. Okay, right? So how it is showing the effect? Here you can see the change in the formula. Okay, right? So what is the condition of the soil which is there below the dam here? Can anyone tell me? Saturated condition. Good, right? So because of this saturated soil, the pore water pressure will be changing, right? Water is more in the soil. Because of that, so there will be effect in the stability, right? So the slope or the soil quality may decrease because of this pore water pressure, right? So strength may be get decreased because of pore water pressure. That is why the factor of safety need to be calculated by considering the pore water pressure also. Okay, so this is what need to be understood here. So have you understood what is mean by steady seepage condition? Yes.
మ్యామ్ ఒకసారి ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేయండి మేడం. మిస్టర్ సాత్విక్.
Right.
Madam?
So steady seepage condition means no further head difference in the level of the water. Okay. So at that time, the soil will be saturated, pore water pressure will exist. That will affect the factor of safety of a soil or slope here. Okay. So what is the second condition that we'll discuss? Right. Right. So second condition is slope under sudden drawdown. Okay, so what is mean by sudden drawdown? Can anyone tell me what is mean by sudden drawdown? Yes, we are discussing about dams here and water level in the dam. Okay, so water level in the reservoir, we are discussing about that. And what is mean by sudden drawdown? Yes. Yes, can you tell me? What is meant by sudden drawdown? I said what is meant by steady seepage condition. Can you tell me what is sudden drawdown?
అంటే డౌన్ కావడం మ్యామ్
వాటర్ ఎక్కడ డౌన్ అవుతుందండి?
అప్స్ట్రీమ్
అప్స్ట్రీమ్ సైడ్. ఓకే, సో మనం ప్రీవియస్ కండిషన్ లో చూసినట్టయితే ఫెయిల్యూర్, సాయిల్ ఫెయిల్యూర్ అనేది మెయిన్ గా డౌన్ స్ట్రీమ్ సైడ్ లో జరిగే ఛాన్సెస్ ఉంటుందండి. వెరాజ్ ఇన్ ద సెకండ్ కండిషన్ అప్ స్ట్రీమ్ సైడ్ లో, ఓకే, రిజర్వాయర్ సైడ్ లో. ఓకే, ఎందుకంటే డ్రా డౌన్ ఈజ్ హ్యాపెనింగ్ ఇన్ ద it is the sudden change in the water level, sudden drop in the water level on the reservoir side. So there will be chance for failure of slope which is there on the upstream. Okay, so here also we use same formula, factor of safety formula is same, but manaku entante the failure will happen on the upstream side in the second condition, and whatever the pore water pressure that we calculate is by using different method. Okay, so the here we can use for the first condition we can use the graphical method, the very common method, and there is one more method. That method name is electrical graphic method or electric analogy method. Okay, so by that method we can calculate pore water pressure. Okay, right? So see, so what will happen in the soil because of sudden drop down of the water? What is the change in the condition of the soil? How it will cause the failure? How the sudden change in the water level, how it causes the failure in the soil? Can anyone tell me? Yes, yes, yes or no? So we are saying that sudden drawdown means suddenly water level is decreased, right, in the reservoir, right? So because of that we are saying that soil is failing. How it is failing? What is the concept that is involved here there? Sudden ga water drop అవుతే soil fail కావాల్సిన అవసరం ఏముందండి? ఎస్, అది అర్థం చేసుకోవాలి ఫస్ట్. వాటర్ డ్రాప్ అయిపోతే ప్రాబ్లం ఏంటి? సాయిల్ ఫెయిల్ అవుతుంది అంటున్నాం. ఎలా ఫెయిల్ అవుతుంది? మనం ఊరికి అలా చెప్పలేం కదా. ఏదో కొంచెం ఏదో ఒక ఈక్వేషన్ ద్వారానో లేదంటే ఏదో ఒక పారామీటర్ చేంజ్ అవుతుంది కాబట్టి ఫెయిల్యూర్ అయ్యే ఛాన్స్ ఉంటుందో అలా చెప్పాలి కదా. సో దేర్ షుడ్ బి జస్టిఫికేషన్. రైట్, వాటర్ కంటెంట్ ఇంక్రీజ్ అవుతుంది. ఇంకొకటి ఏంటంటే ఇప్పుడు సో ఆల్రెడీ వాటర్ వెయిట్ వాజ్ దేర్ మోర్ ఆన్ ది సాయిల్. ఓకే, సో వాట్ ఈస్ దట్ వీఆర్ సెయింగ్? వాటర్ ఈజ్ బికాస్ ఆఫ్ సడన్ చేంజ్ ఇన్ ద వాటర్. Okay, so there will be change in the weight also. Okay, right? So that may sudden change in the forces also may lead to the failure. Okay, right? So and one more thing, water so soil will be fully saturated, water content will be more, so because of that pore water pressure will also be more in the soil, right? So because of that the soil will undergo failure on the upstream side. Okay, because of sudden drawdown in the water, right? So there is one more condition, that is stability of slopes during construction. Okay, so we are discussing about only dams here. Okay, dams and the reservoirs here. Okay, so during the construction of dams, okay, so there may be chance for slope failure, right? So or soil failure during the construction also. So how it affects, right? So what is that idea before the construction, right? What is that we do before the construction? Yes, so have you remembered what is meant by compaction? Have you remembered this concept, compaction?
Yes, removal of air voids.
So removal of air voids from the soil is called as compaction. Good. So by using some machinery we do that, right? So what is that happening actually? So we said there should be optimum water content in the soil, right? So then only the soil can gain good shear strength, right? Even if the water level is low, soil will undergo failure. Even the water level is more, the soil will undergo failure. So the water content should be optimum always. Okay, then only the soil will be having a good shear strength. Okay, so that is what we said, right? So because during the construction, so the soil sometimes the soil may not be having optimum water content. It may exceed the water content or it may decrease the water content. Because of that, change in the water content may lead to the failure also sometimes. Okay, so during the compaction process, okay, there will be chances for slope failure. Okay, right. So these are the three conditions, okay, about dams or the reservoirs, okay, where we need to discuss about stability of slopes. Okay, right. So any doubt till here? So can you open your what syllabus copy? Can you check once whether all the topics are discussed or not? Yes.
Second minute completed, ma'am.
Yes, by this completed, you just check this syllabus copy once. Do you have syllabus copy with you right now?
చూపించండి మనం స్క్రీన్ పై.
చూపించాలా? రైట్. శ్రీచరణ్ అడుగుతుంది ఎవరండి చూపించమని?
Yes, madam.
ఏం కాదు మేడం, 159 మేడం. మరి
అరే ఏమనగలేదా మేడం నువ్వైతే?
No, Charana madam, ask.
రైట్. సో ఆర్ యు ఏబుల్ టు సీ ద స్క్రీన్? సిలబస్ కాపీ కనిపిస్తుందా అండి?
లేదు మేడం.
రైట్, ఓకే, ఒక్క నిమిషం. Let me share once again then. So now are you able to see the screen syllabus copy?
Yes ma'am.
Right. So foundation engineering. So once can anyone read out the syllabus?
Bellamkonda, read.
Oh, so they ఎవరు 150 అండి మాట్లాడుతుంది?
142 ma'am.
142. కళ్యాణ్ మ్యామ్, కళ్యాణ్.
No, madam.
రైట్. సో 103
మ్యామ్ లాస్ట్ టాపిక్ లో 3 కేసెస్ అన్నా మ్యామ్.
సో ఏదన్నా టాపిక్ మిస్ అయిందా అండి? డిస్కస్ చేయలేదా? చూడండి. సో ఇన్ఫైనైట్ స్లోప్స్ డిస్కస్ చేసాము, ఫైనైట్ స్లోప్స్ డిస్కస్ చేసాము. ఓకే, సో టైప్స్ ఆఫ్ ఫెయిల్యూర్స్, 5 types of failures we discussed. Okay, factor of safety of infinite slopes we discussed. For cohesion-less soils and cohesive soils we discussed. Okay, stability analysis, speed slip circle method we discussed. Method of slices, both are same. Okay, so both are same. Slip circle or method of slices, both are same. And Bishop's method we discussed in the last class. And Taylor stability number we discussed in today's class. Stability of slopes at the dams under different conditions. Okay, so how many conditions we discussed? Yes.
మళ్ళీ ఒకసారి క్లియర్ గా ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేయండి మేడం. స్టెబిలిటీ ఆఫ్ స్లోప్స్ ఆఫ్ ఎర్త్ డ్యామ్స్ అండర్ డిఫరెంట్ కండిషన్స్.
Okay, so I'll share the PPT once again then. So we are going to discuss 3 conditions. Okay, 3 conditions. Okay, one is, right, I'll share you the PPT. Right, so PPT కనిపిస్తుందా అండి? Yes.
Yes ma'am.
రైట్. సో అండర్ డిఫరెంట్ కండిషన్స్ అన్నాడు కాబట్టి మనం 3 కండిషన్స్ డిస్కస్ చేస్తున్నామండి. ఓకే, సో ఫస్ట్ కండిషన్ ఇస్ స్టడీ సీపేజ్ కండిషన్. ఓకే, స్టడీ సీపేజ్ అంటే ఏంటండి? సీపేజ్ ఇస్ కాన్స్టాంట్. వెన్ ద సీపేజ్ విల్ బి కాన్స్టాంట్? when the seepage will be constant. So whenever there is head difference is constant. Okay, whenever there is head difference, delta H, whenever the delta H becomes 0 or becomes constant, then it is called as steady seepage condition. Okay, so ఏమవుతుందండి, whenever there is head difference in the beginning, okay, whenever there is head difference, because of that flow will happen or seepage will occur in the soil. Okay, so like this the flow may happen. Okay, so because of that flow, what will happen, because of water in the soil, it increases the pore water pressure. Okay, so pore water pressure is the parameter which is affecting the stability of soil. Okay, so because of that we need to calculate factor of safety whenever there is steady seepage condition. ఓకే, సో మనకు ఎప్పుడైతే పోర్ వాటర్ ప్రెజర్ ఎగ్జిస్ట్ అవుతుందో దానివల్ల స్టెబిలిటీ అనేది చేంజ్ అయ్యే ఛాన్సెస్ ఉంటుంది. ఫెయిల్యూర్, దెర్ విల్ బి ఛాన్సెస్ ఫర్ ఫెయిల్యూర్, రైట్? అందుకోసమే వీ నీడ్ టు క్యాలిక్యులేట్ ఫ్యాక్టర్ ఆఫ్ సేఫ్టీ. ఓకే, అండర్స్టూడ్? ఎస్ ఆర్ నో?
Yes, ma'am.
రైట్. సో సెకండ్ కండిషన్ కి ఫస్ట్ కండిషన్ కి డిఫరెంట్ అంటే ఇది సెకండ్ కండిషన్ ఇస్ అండర్ సడన్ డ్రా డౌన్ కండిషన్. సడన్ డ్రా డౌన్ అంటే ఏంటి? సో ఇక్కడ మనకు అప్ స్ట్రీమ్ సైడ్, రైట్, సో అప్ స్ట్రీమ్ సైడ్ ఏమవుతుందండి, వాటర్ లెవెల్ అనేది సడన్ గా డ్రాప్ అవుతుంది. ఓకే, దట్ కండిషన్ ఇస్ కాల్డ్ యాజ్ సడన్ డ్రాప్ డౌన్. ఓకే, రిజర్వాయర్ సైడ్ వాటర్ లెవెల్ అనేది సడన్ గా డ్రాప్ అవ్వడాన్ని సడన్ డ్రా డౌన్ అంటాము. ఓకే, సో దానివల్ల సాయిల్ ప్రాపర్టీస్ లేదంటే సాయిల్ కండిషన్ అనేది చేంజ్ అవుతా ఉంటది, దానివల్ల ఫెయిల్యూర్ అయ్యే ఛాన్సెస్ ఉంటది. కాబట్టి we need to calculate factor of safety in that condition. Okay, we need to analyze the stability of such soil. Okay, such soil, right? So factor of safety, so why we need to calculate factor of safety here? Once again, there will be chance for existence of pore water pressure. Okay, సో మనకు సడన్ గా వాటర్ లెవెల్ అనేది డిక్రీజ్ అయినా అంతకుముందు, సో దేర్ విల్ బి ఎగ్జిస్టెన్స్ ఆఫ్ వాటర్, రైట్, ఫుల్లీ. సో బికాస్ ఆఫ్ దట్ ద సాయిల్ మే బికమ్ వీక్ because of high water content, because of high pressure in the soil, right? So because of that there will be change in the factor of safety also. Okay, so కాకపోతే ఏంటంటే the way that we calculate pore water pressure in the first condition is different, and the way that we calculate pore water pressure in the second method is different, second condition is different. Okay, మనకు pore water pressure calculate చేయడానికి చాలా మెథడ్స్ ఉన్నాయండి. ఓకే, చాలా మెథడ్స్. ఓకే, సో మెథడ్స్ అనేది డిఫరెంట్ అని చెప్తా ఉన్నా ఫస్ట్ కండిషన్ కి సెకండ్ కండిషన్ కి. ఓకే, అండ్ థర్డ్ కండిషన్ ఏంటి, డ్యూరింగ్ ది కన్స్ట్రక్షన్ ఆఫ్ ఎ డ్యామ్. ఓకే, మనం ఎప్పుడైతే కాంపాక్షన్ చేస్తా ఉంటామో అప్పుడే సాయిల్ అనేది ఫెయిల్ అయ్యే ఛాన్సెస్ ఉంటది. ఎందుకంటే సో ద వాటర్ కంటెంట్ షుడ్ బి ఆప్టిమమ్. ఓకే, సో మనం ప్రాసెస్ చేస్తున్నప్పుడే వాటర్ కంటెంట్ అటో ఇటో అయింది అనుకోండి, సాయిల్ will be losing its shear strength, and because of that it may get fail. Okay, so these are the conditions in the soil. Okay, so any doubts still? Any doubts, students? So screen కనిపించట్లేదా అండి ఇప్పుడు? Yes,
కనిపిస్తుంది మ్యామ్.
then సో ఎనీ డౌట్ స్టిల్? సో ఈ డయాగ్రామ్ పేరు మర్చిపోద్దండి మీరు, ఫ్లోనెట్ డయాగ్రామ్. ఓకే, ఈ డయాగ్రామ్ నుంచి వీ కెన్ క్యాలిక్యులేట్ మెనీ పారామీటర్స్ లైక్ పోర్ వాటర్ ప్రెజర్, హైడ్రాలిక్ గ్రేడియంట్, లేదంటే అప్లిఫ్ట్ ప్రెజర్. ఓకే, సో వీ కెన్ క్యాలిక్యులేట్ మెనీ పారామీటర్స్ ఫ్రమ్ ఫ్లోనెట్స్. ఓకే, ఫ్లో లైన్, ఈక్విపొటెన్షియల్ లైన్, ఇవన్నీ చాలా చెప్పామండి. అవన్నీ ఏమి గుర్తుండకపోవచ్చు మీకు, కానీ అట్లీస్ట్ యూజెస్ అన్న గుర్తు పెట్టుకోండి. ఓకే, రైట్. సో ఎనీ డౌట్స్? ఎవరో అడుగుతున్నట్టున్నారు. సో బై ది చెప్పండి. ఎస్,
Yes, Vishnu.
వాళ్ళకి డౌట్ ఉంటే వాళ్ళు అడుగుతారండి, మీరు డిస్టర్బెన్స్ క్రియేట్ చేయాల్సిన పని లేదు.
Yes, sir, Satvik.
Don't make unnecessary noise in the class.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir, Satvik.
రైట్. సో సిలబస్ సెకండ్ యూనిట్ ది అంతా కవర్ అయిందండి. ఓకే, సో ఇన్ టుమారోస్ క్లాస్, రైట్, సో విల్ స్టార్ట్ విత్ ద థర్డ్ యూనిట్, రైట్. సో డౌట్స్ ఉన్నాయా అండి ఇంకా ఎవరికన్నా? రైట్. So switch on your videos, all of you. Switch on your videos. Switch on your videos. So the people who did not switch on their video, they will not get attendance. It is no doubt. So Raghavendra, 2 సార్లు లాగిన్ అయ్యారు ఎందుకండి? Raghavendra, are you there in the class? Multiple login.
ఫోన్ లో ఇంకోటి కంప్యూటర్ లో మ్యామ్.
ఎందుకండి క్లాసెస్ బాగా బాగా అర్థమవుతాయనా 2 సార్లు వింటే? రైట్. సో ఒకసారి బిఫోర్ కమింగ్ టు ద నెక్స్ట్ క్లాస్, వన్స్ యూ రివైజ్ ద సెకండ్ యూనిట్ అండ్ కమ్. ఓకే, సో టుడే చెప్పండి.
Ma'am, my webcam is not working, ma'am.
ఏంటి పుష్పిత, ఏం వర్క్ అవ్వట్లేదా?
Ma'am, nadi webcam work అవ్వట్లేదు, ma'am.
Okay, okay, right. So today I'll send you a mail, okay, by attaching 2 files. One is PPT of second unit and notes of second unit. Okay, I'll send you handwritten notes, okay, and PPT also of second unit today to your class group mail. R18 civil undi kadandi, daniki send chestanu today. Okay, so you go through the notes and PPT before coming to the next class. Okay,
Madam, attendance చెప్తారా ఒకసారి?
అందరు వీడియోస్ ఆన్ చేస్తేనే నేను చెప్పగలనండి. సో చాలా మంది చేయలేదు, సో దే విల్ గెట్ ఆబ్సెంట్. 36, 35 చెప్తాను. వన్స్ వెయిట్ ఫర్ ఎవర్. సో ఇంకా సో రేపు ప్రతి ఒక్కరు ఒక డౌట్ అడగాలండి సెకండ్ యూనిట్ నుంచి. ఓకేనా? సో ఇప్పటి నుంచి అసైన్మెంట్స్ రాస్తే కాదండి మార్క్స్. ఎఫ్పి క్లాస్ లో ఎంత మంది ఎక్కువ డౌట్స్ అడిగితే దే విల్ గెట్ మోర్ మార్క్స్ యాజ్ అసైన్మెంట్ మార్క్స్. ఓకే,
అసైన్మెంట్ రాయకపోయినాం కదా మేడం?
అట్లా అని చెప్పలేదు.
అంతే అన్నట్టు కదా మ్యామ్.
డిఫాల్ట్ అండర్స్టాండింగ్ డిఫాల్ట్ అండర్స్టాండింగ్స్ వద్దు. ఓకేనా? రైట్. సో 112, 112, 113 వీళ్ళు క్లాస్ లో ఉన్నా లేనట్టే.
13 present ma'am.
21, 28 వీళ్ళంతా వీడియోస్ ఆన్ చేయలేదండి.
112 నెట్వర్క్ ఇష్యూ
Ma'am 113 present ma'am. కరెంట్ పోయింది. ఇంకో ఫోన్ లో లాగిన్.
రైట్. సో ఐ విల్ టెల్ యూ అటెండెన్స్. 17 series 31, 2 ఎవరండి 17 series లో? 18 series 2 నా? రైట్, 18 series 2. 17 series only 31, 18 series 2, 4, 6, 8, 11, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20. Junaid,
18 series.
where are you? Okay, I think you joined just now in the class. Huh?
Ma'am also present, ma'am. 18 series double one.
Yes, Junaid?
Ma'am, some internet problem.
Oh, you are not there in the class and you joined only for the sake of attendance at the end. Huh?
No, ma'am.
Right. So 22, 24, 25, 26, 29, 30, 34, 35, 36, 37, 40, 42, 44, 45, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 59, 18 series 2, 19 series 2, 3, 4, 6, 8.
Ma'am,
Okay, na?
13%, ma'am.
Oh, okay.
I'm 42 present, madam.
సో మీకు చెవులు బాగా వినిపిస్తాయి అనుకుంటా. కళ్యాణ్ వినిపించట్లేదా ఈ మధ్యన ఏమన్నా?
మ్యామ్ వాయిస్ బ్రేక్ అవుతుంది మ్యామ్, వినిపించలేదు అందుకే.
ఈ మధ్య అలానే ఉంది మ్యామ్ కళ్యాణ్
రైట్. సో ఐఎమ్ ఎండింగ్ ద సెషన్ స్టూడెంట్స్. థ్యాంక్ యూ.
Ma'am, 101.
Not one option.
Present, raw.
Option.